Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Automation Hub Sathak, and in today's video we'll learn a little bit of advanced concept of explicit wait for the WebDriverWait class. So let's go ahead. Okay, this is the new class which I have created. It's very simple. Okay, I will remove these things. Okay, see, it's a simple class which we have created. It's nothing fancy. We have done this code a lot of times. I've declared the WebDriver interface at a global level, and I've used WebDriver Manager to open the browser, and then the typical Chrome driver class I'm invoking and maximizing and calling the rediff button, and then typical scenes. We click on the Signin Link, and then we enter our username. This is for entering the password. This is clicking on the sign in button, and this one we are logging out. We have done this exercise quite a lot, so I'm not trying to reiterate the same thing again and again. I hope you understood up to this much. So now the thing is, I need to implement wait conditions here. So what in the previous video, what did I tell you? You have to use WebDriverWait class equal to new WebDriverWait driver, and you give 10 seconds here. You import it. Now you use wait.until expected conditions dot. Let's say for example this is a link, so you can just element to be clickable, probably link by dot. It's a locator by dot. Class name is already there, so I'll just go for signin. Simple, right? Terminated. Looks good. Now for this particular web element, I have used this wait condition. Now let's say for example I want to use for this. This is nothing but a text box. Okay, when you click on sign in link, for this sign in link we have done. Now for this username text box we have to do again, because this is another web element. So again we have to write all this. Control C, Control V, but we have to change the object reference now. Wait 1. Now then again wait 1 dot until. Again we'll write the expected conditions dot. So element to be clickable. Why it is not typing? 1 second. Okay, so I'll go by this by dot. ID is there, so I'll write login 1. So now you understand. Again for this you'll have to create another WebDriverWait. Okay, but this time you have to make it WebDriverWait 2. Okay, then wait 2. Then you can change this to password. So this will work, but the thing is, it is becoming an overhead. Why? Because for each and every element wherein you want to apply wait conditions, you are continuously changing the object reference and calling them again and again, which becomes an overhead, right? How do I reduce this? I do not want so many lines of unnecessary code. So what the best practice is, delete all these. We don't need them. So here do one thing, declare this at a global level. Very simple. Declare this at a global level, and what you need to do is, just like you write driver equal to new Chrome driver, wait conditions you write just once. Great. Now this thing is done. Now you can use this wait reference anywhere. You don't have to write it again and again. As simple as that. So for sign in link, this is it. So what I'll do is I'll copy. I'll bring it here, and instead of class name I'll use by dot ID, and here it is login 1, login 1. Simple. Now for this I'll use password. ID is password. Okay, now let me, since this is a button, I'll do something else now. So wait dot until expected conditions dot, now let me go to, let's say for example, we'll go with clickable only. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll need to see whether this actually satisfies any Boolean condition or not. Okay, so what I'll do is, okay, so here there is a class name by dot class name, and this is Signin INBTN. So what I'll do is I'll make a return a Boolean condition whether this particular button is present or not. Sign in button equals to dot is, let's say if it is enabled. Okay, I'm just doing a validation. Okay, so you can do this validation, right? So then we'll use if equals to true, then click on it, else this sign in button is not enabled. So this is one kind of validation which you used doing a certain wait, so using wait object reference, you did a certain validation also. So this actually returns a Boolean whether it's true or false accordingly. So if you want to use, it is again up to you, false, true, that however you want to do validations you can do it. But if you want to use selected, those things you can also try. I've just used clickable at all these places. You can use selected and see whether it works, whether it does not. Again, there are a lot of things which you can do, so it is again up to you whether you want, how you want to do it. Now this is a logout link, wait dot until expected conditions dot, so let's say I'll write element to be selected, let's say whether it works or not, by dot class name. So if it will work, it will work. If it does not, it does not. So we'll see whether clickable is more viable for us or whether it is selected. I'm not sure. I'm not run this code. I'm running it for the first time. So let me run. Let's see what happens. Okay, the code is running. So it got stuck at Signin Link, right? See, there must be certain issue. See, cannot locate an element using by dot class name sig. See, I have written this spelling wrong. That is what happens. See, sign in SIGNIN and what I have written SIGIN. So I have written it wrong. So obviously Selenium will identify. So sometimes what happens is these kind of things can happen. So you need to understand what error or how to debug. That is very important. Okay, let's run it again. So hopefully this time I have not done any mistake. So it clicked, and then is it entering the username? Not yet, it has not entered the username, so it got stuck again there. So why it got stuck? Let's go back to our code. Okay, it has not failed, but it is taking some time. I assume that it will not work. So okay, it failed because of to localhost. Okay, WebDriver exception. Okay, this is some internet issue. Okay, so let's run this again. I don't think this should have failed, but sometimes, this is how automation works. The same thing will be working absolutely fine a second before, and again you rerun, it will not work. So let's run again. Okay, so I don't know why somehow it is delaying the basic steps. Okay, see, now it wrote, and it's clicking on sign in button, and then it's also clicking on logout, I guess, or whether it is failing. So it is stuck here. So why it got stuck? Let's go. It's not clicking on logout. So let's go and let's see the failure. Waiting for element by class name RD to be selected. So this thing is not working. To be selected is not working. So let's go ahead and change it to clickable. Let's see if it works. I'll run again. So browser has opened, it has maximized, Rediff is about to load. I do not understand why it is delaying so much, even though my internet is pretty fast. Okay, great. See, this is the problem. Sometimes probably internet is misbehaving. I have no idea what is happening. So okay, do you want me to run in Firefox, and let's see how it fares there? Let's do one thing. Let's run it in Firefox. Okay. Let's see how Firefox fares. So yep, Firefox is about to open. Is it opening? Yep, it will open. Oh god, I don't understand why the very basic steps have become so lethargic. Opening the browser is taking such a lot of time for Selenium these days, even though we're working at very good internet speeds. So okay, just clicking on sign in link, entering username, clicking on sign in button, and then visit logging out. Yes, it is working. So it worked fine. It will also work with Chrome. I just changed it just for namesake. So it worked fine. Everything is working fine. So typically when this after expected conditions dot, whatever you need to use this particular method, you have to be very careful. You have to use your logic, you have to use your senses to decide what exactly is valid for that particular web element. And here I did a small validation. There is nothing complicated in it. If this particular button is present after wait conditions, then click on this, else print this. So if somehow the development team will disable this particular sign in button, then this output will throw, and that's it, and this will not be run, because from here it will not move ahead. As simple as that. So this is how you need to work on WebDriver wait, explicit waits. First you make this at a global level, so that you don't have to repeat at each and every web element which you want to use explicit wait upon. So that is how this thing works. Okay guys, I hope you like this session, and please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Sarthak here, signing off.